Hello and welcome to 316. We are the Flagstaff group for the online session, and we are Thomas Johnson, Michael Gibson, Kevin Bryant, and myself, Galen Goforth. We are working on the memorandum project, as I'm sure you already know. This is Sprint1, and we're kind of still in testing phase for a lot of the stuff we had on the board for this week because it was a large code base and it took us a long time to really become comfortable moving things around. And I think in a lot of ways we maybe bit off more than we could chew in certain instances, especially myself. So yeah, a lot of my stuff is still in the testing phase, but we'll take a quick look at the sprint board and you can see that for yourself. Here's what we have going on for items. Yeah, a couple of them are closed up here. A lot of these are ready to be closed, really. We're finishing them up tonight, and we still have a couple things that are in progress at this point, but hopefully we'll have those all finished off by tomorrow morning, and we'll be sitting pretty. So the things we're we're working on user stories for a lot of little user functionality things that we're really missing, and are kind of the features that make a program worth using. Sort of stuff like that takes the fun out of using open source software if you're not getting the same functionality and the same nice little functions that commercial software has. Like these ones down here, being able to move your notes and export things into like a Word format. That's pretty standard feature, but it's also something that's missing and really needed to be addressed. I mean, we could do it into the old Word format and then go and convert it, but things like that are they take time, and people will use some other sort of software if they're still there. So one I have is adding a template for the task item so that users can change it around and add fields for things like hours worked on a project so it can model the personal software process a little better. Or you could change it around if that's not really what you're using it for. If maybe you're using it in more of a team setting, something like that. You could add whatever fields you want. It's pretty simple. There's not a lot of options right now. We only have 3 data types. I'll show you on the program here. You want to modify a template. We don't have any templates loaded in yet because we're still testing them out, but here's the ideas. You can put in like string fields and integer fields into there, and you could have your own custom fields. Anyways, the idea of all that is that when you have it all in there, it makes it easier to use and a better program to use. Like I said, a lot of the time we spent is really getting accustomed to the code base and getting accustomed to working with each other with the Git repository and making sure we're all on the same page about what we're committing and what we're not committing, and so we're not adding things that other people don't want to be getting in there or that they shouldn't be getting. So that's a learning process for some of us. A couple of us or I should say a couple of the guys in our group have been doing this before, and so they have their way that they like to do it, and so we're kind of going off of that, and that's helped out a lot. Here's kind of our code base. We've added a number of files, but nothing that really stands out that I think is above and beyond what anybody else is doing. Here's our testing is in here, if I can get to it. There's our testing package, and as you can see, we went heavy on testing the utilities, the read and write functionality. Things like that are definitely where you would tend to see the most issues with the program, and things like that is really where we focused a lot on it. And being that this was the unit testing week, we figure we better have a bunch of those in there. You can take a look at a few of them here. Pretty straightforward unit tests. So that kind of is a brief description of where we're at with this sprint. Like I said, we hope to have it finished up by tonight, and I'm sure it won't be too much longer. I hope everybody else is doing just as well, and I will see you guys next time with Sprint 2. Hopefully we have a lot more done.